Welcome back to the informational series discussing how to actually change the way that we react to situations or to people or interact with people. So this is the second part of a 3-part series. And just to recap for those who are just joining us, we're talking about actually changing our interaction in multiple steps. So the first video, we actually discussed understanding why we react the way that we react to certain situations and why getting to that understanding is important to changing the way that we react. Now, the second video is actually to discuss admitting that we want a change. Now, of course, most people understand that if you do the same thing, you'll get the same result. Meaning, and vice versa, if you try something different, you're going to get a different result. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the next approach that you try is going to be your golden ticket. It may be that the next approach that you try teaches you something else that you need to know, but is not necessarily the go-to for every situation moving forward. So this video, we're discussing actually wanting to make a change. So when you establish that you want to make a change, you put it out there in the universe that you're ready to make that change. Now, you have to be careful what you ask for, because when you say you're ready to make a change, the universe is going to put you in situations to test to see if you're really ready. That's the only way for you to know. So after you understand your normal reaction, why you react that way, and you establish that you want to make a change, and it's literally just that simple, is stating and wholeheartedly meaning that you want to learn another way to go about things. You want to not keep reacting the way that you do, then automatically the universe is going to put you in situations to test you. It's just what occurs. So the only way that you're going to know that you can react differently is if you do it. Otherwise, it's just a concept. We can say all day long that I'm going to go about things this way, or I'm going to talk to people differently, or I'm not going to get angry. But when you're put in that situation, then it's time to tell. It's time for you to really tell yourself that you're capable of actually reacting differently. So understand that you wanting a change is going to automatically put you in situations that is going to test that change that you want for yourself. So if you accept that, then you won't get frustrated that after you say, hey, I want to quit drinking, you get invited out to somebody's party at a bar. Or if you say, I want to handle situations differently, your next interaction with somebody, in the near future is going to test whether or not you're going to react with anger like you normally would, or just haul off and smack them like you good for. So understand that in you wanting different, you're going to be put in situations in order to try different approaches to see what works best for you. And use this as a trial and error. If you make some progress, please pat yourself on the back. Understand that your first time actually trying a different approach is not going to be perfection. So if you interact with somebody and after you say you don't want to act out of anger anymore, and you're able to communicate slightly, but then halfway through the conversation they just say something to take you to the edge, and you're like, okay, you kind of result back to your normal behavior because you're like, this person is not the type of person that's going to hear me any other way. Don't fault yourself for that. look at the positive in the situation and applaud yourself for taking the time to actually try to communicate a little bit before you went back to your normal reaction. And then from there, know that you're going to get tested again, and this is your chance to expand on that little bit of work that you did, you know, your first time trying something different. So don't give up on yourself. Don't get frustrated if it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to the first time you tried something different. Just keep trying, because like I stated in my first video, I have been reacting out of ego-driven reactions for 10 years. 10 plus. I can't expect my first interaction with a different mindset to happen overnight, and then I can't expect that new habit to be formed in a day. So it's something that you have to keep working on. A wise woman once told me it takes 30 days to form a habit, and it takes 3 times as long in order to reverse it. So this is something you have to keep working at in order to get your new habit down. And then once you get your new habit down, you still have to continuously do this new habit time and time again over an extended period of time in order to solidify this new behavior as your go-to behavior. So be patient with yourself. Applaud yourself for the work that you do put in, and keep working at it. It's not going to happen overnight. And you actually taking the step and admitting that you want a change, applaud yourself for that, because that's a lot within itself. That's the first step. If you have taken the steps to understand why you react the way that you react, your normal reaction habit, establish that you actually want to make a change, stay tuned to the next video, and I'll give you some tips on how to actually put in new habits in order to make that change stick. So be proud of yourself for the work that you're putting in, watching these videos, wanting to make a difference, taking the steps to make a difference, accepting that you're going to be put in situations to prove to yourself that you can do things differently. Accept this whole process. Continue on to video 3, and feel free to leave comments. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any advice for anybody out there, and take all advice by grain of salt. I mean, if it resonates with you, move with it. But you know, not everyone's opinion is for you to try out. Not everyone's opinion resonates with you. So, you know, this is your life. The decisions that you make in it are your own. Until next time, K.Tiara.